sprint race here at the Nürburgring for the ADAC GT Masters Esports Championship, powered by MBW Mobility Plus. We are live here on the TraxionGG channel as well. Thank you very much for joining us for this one. This should be a whole bunch of fun as we're about to go sprint racing here at the Nürburgring. They get the signal from race control and we're underway. There's a bit of a squeeze towards the pit wall. One of the Bentleys getting very close to that as they head their way down in towards turn number one for the first time. Page on the outside of everything. But Löhner has maintained the race lead. He's got his teammate behind him. Was that 4 wide back in the pack there or something? That was absolutely silly there, but everyone's able to work their way through unscathed here as Page and Keithley are fighting side by side for third place as Fiducci sticks his nose in there in that Bentley. Down the inside becomes the outside for turn number 4 for Team Fordzilla, around the outside of the Williams Esports car of Jack Keithley, but can't quite get anything done there. The battle will have to continue here as Fiducci's looking desperately for a way past.
I mean, Isaac Price is way down in 18th place in the opening of this race. Had a poor qualifying, so he's found himself further back into the chicane for the first time. People, well, can they get themselves sorted out? Yes, they can, although there's one car off at the back there.
If there going to be any big lunges down in towards turn number 1, I'm seeing a couple of signs of it. You see Yarshall has to try and go defensive here, or rather Högfeldt has to go defensive over Yarshall as Yarshall sticks his way down the insides there, and well, they'll continue door to door, won't they?
In your top 10, and again Yarshall looking to the inside. Can he make that move stick? Well, he's going to be slower off the corner.
Yeah, he is, and you see the snaking coming down the pit straight already here in this one. It's hard to get a good TV angle, the nose on angle, not exactly showing us a lot here in this one as we see Högfeldt and Yarshall continue on the fight into the braking zone for turn number 1. Yarshall slips himself ahead now. He's gained that position. He's having a little bit of a look further down the order because it does seem like Emre Can door to door with Alexander Dornaden. So that's a funny little rhyme that you can do there as Dornaden around the outside, down towards the inside for the right as they start to descend the hill. It's Mortiz Löhner, multiple-time champion in the ADAC GT Masters Esports Championship. He picks up his first win of the season here in 2022. The sprint race at the Nürburgring is Mortiz Löhner's. Very long hold as they roll across the starting spots, but now we get the signal. We go green here at the Nürburgring. Löhner immediately all the way to the pit wall to try and defend from hard chargers behind as you see Marco Page on the outside of a 3-wide situation for P2 coming in towards turn number 1 for the first time. Ben Spanky second place, Kevin Siggy third, Emre Can has capitalized on all that. He's got himself up into 4th places. It's a big cluster here outside the podium spots. They're still going 3 wide with Emre Can involved on driver's right-hand side. He falls in behind. Page able to get his way through on that one unscathed and ahead. But what a chaotic start. Fiducci looks to try and get himself involved in the Team Fordzilla Bentley, looking the long way around at the Mercedes-Benz Arena, sliding out a little bit over the curb as we can see there's a response from Krippner on the inside of turn 3, but can't quite get the overlap. Things getting very close for P3 out there because Kevin Siggy feeling the need to go defensive, but we see Page just send it down the inside. Has he overcommitted though? Has Siggy got the response coming off the corner? He has to go the outside through turn 2 and coming into turn 3 as well. Careful with the runoff, elbows out, shoving him to the inside as Hasse decides to take avoidance, but it becomes an opportunity in towards turn number 4 as he gets the drive off the corner on the outside. They can push a little wider on there, around there that you expect as they'll continue on the battle down into the next set of corners. We've got ourselves Hasse continuing to try and keep his elbows out, keep everyone behind him. Look at how much time is lost to his teammates ahead.
Front 2 have just walked away. There goes Page to the inside.
Page, another attempt. He gets it stopped this time around as Hasse has to push out all the way wide. For some reason, maybe he was thinking that Page was going to take more space than he did. Well, you forgive him for thinking that if he thought it was going to be a repeat of the previous lap. But Emre Can sticking his nose in, trying to get something done here. He'll get the speed off the corner as well. That's a great little run from the Mercedes over the McLaren now. Hasse, can he stem the bleeding here because he's caught offline, and we know how so easily you can get freight trains here, especially coming through the middle section of this lap. Can continuing to try and rob this P5 away. Look at that, they're leaning on each other through the left-hander there as they start to descend the hill towards Advan Boga, and it's Emre Can gaining the place, and Hasse doesn't have a lot of momentum either, because here comes Jack Keithley now. He's going to get himself up into 6th place, and I wouldn't be surprised if Högfeldt tries his chance as well. On the way up and towards the NGK chicane, not quite got the overlap.
And this is where the strategy now comes into play. Isaac Price is having an awful time out there. I'm not surprised he's taking the pit stop.
Speaking of coming down in early, Pajic 1 lap after to try and respond to everything going on behind him. Front grouping though, staying out there just for a little while longer. Well, he's going to slot in behind Fiducci here. There we go, and his battle behind between Yayovsky and Kripner as Kripner sends one down and in. Both of them push very wide, 3 wide coming off the corner as Marner looks to try and get stuck in here. He's going around the outside at turn 2. Now in towards turn 3, immediately into the battle after that pit stop phase there. Barner squeezes towards the inside for turn 4, gets the drive off the corner as well. That's fantastic stuff there as we see these guys head their way through. We do have, I think it is driver on pit lane. Yeah, it is Ben Sparky coming down in.
I would imagine by the end of the lap, Löhner's in. The race leader is into pit road. He's decided now is the perfect time to pit.
Yeah, here's Mortiz Löhner heading his way out of the pit lane then. There is Ben Sparky in the DTM Esports Bentley, and Löhner is out securely ahead of his teammate.
And look at that, straight away on the defensive is Yayovsky. Down towards turn number 1. Careful not to make 2 moves across the track there. Still got the nose in there, so he's got the inside for turn 2. Yayovsky's a little bit wider. Still nothing between the 2 of them, but Yayovsky stays ahead. Goes deep in 3 though. That's the opportunity for Brzezinski. Get the cut back here through 4 perhaps to get the inside for the next corner. That's beautifully done. And Jacob, little tip of the hat to you there.
Wisniewski now sending one down the inside of Fiducci. Fiducci looking for the cutback underneath. That's the usual done thing here through turn number 1 to try and defend. You've seen the outside for turn 3 though, which is not ideal. Turn 2 and turn 3, which is not ideal. But again, you can cause that drive on the inside to overcommit. You're getting a little bit of deja vu here. Wisniewski's recovered it quite well though, and Fiducci's still going to have a big task ahead of him to try and get past for P8 here, and he's not clear.
Högfeldt will want to defend, but he won't want to potentially get himself involved in an instant, and there he goes, Brzezinski to the outside. You can make that work. You carry the speed there, gives you the inside for 2 and 3. That's nicely done, but don't write out Högfeldt from this one yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Diving to the inside through turn 3. Högfeldt's got the elbows out, and they'll continue it through turn 4. Högfeldt gets the runner speed around the outside. Maybe has to back out a little thing, out of things a little bit, going across the runoff like that. Still having to hang it out to dry around the outside, and well, that's where Brzezinski can come back at him and capitalise.
Kevin Tiggy though is pushing him hard. We have seen fuel be an issue, don't forget, and I think that might be the case here.
Oh no, is Pajic out? Is Pajic out of fuel? He's trying to nurse the car back to the finish. He'll potentially lose the position here to Florian Hasse as well. Huge, huge drama here at the end of race number 2 in the ADAC GT Masters Esports Championship, the endurance race here at the Nürburgring. Mortiz Löhner picks up the double race win here today, but all the drama is happening behind him. Pajic, he's crawling. He's crawling through the final corner. He's on fumes here, Paul, and look at how many positions he's losing.
Can he keep it on the clutch? It's uphill. It's uphill is this last little bit. It's just a crest. Can he make it? I don't think he will.
Oh no. He's trying to get it going. He's just creeping. Oh, he's going to get some help. He's going to get some help from behind. Someone's going to try and push him across the line, but it's not possible here. It seems that hasn't quite worked. That is tragic. Mortiz Löhner, double race win, has kind of been upstaged a little bit by that finish further behind. So Christopher Högfeldt does still lead, but by a significantly reduced margin. It is Ben Sabanki in P2, so 190 points for Högfeldt, 160 points for Ben Sabanki. So in a couple of weeks' time, we are heading to Zandvoort.